Welcome everyone to the MedSpa Accelerator podcast, brought to you by Everable Marketing, the go-to resource so you can get the latest hacks and best practices to market and grow a profitable medical aesthetics practice. My name is Maripili and I am obsessed with all things business, marketing, operations, numbers, and helping you grow and take your MedSpa to the next level. This is the MedSpa Accelerator podcast, Season 2. Welcome back to Phase 3 of Are You Stuck? Here is the MedSpa growth game plan you need to crush 2023. So in this episode, we're going to go through Phase 3. We already went through Phase 2 and Phase 1. So if you haven't watched/heard those episodes, make sure to pause this, go back, and see part 1, part 2, and then come back here because we have the last bit that you need to crush it in 2023.
So today we're going to be talking about omnipresent marketing and ways that you can increase your LTV, the lifetime patient value.
Yes, but before we dive into that, you know what to do. Make sure to go wherever you're listening podcasts to you and give us a 5-star review. We would love to hear a little bit more from you. What is it that you're actually going through? Where are you stuck right now? What do you need from us and what do you want to hear from next? And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to give us a like, share a comment below, ask us questions, and hit that notification bell button so that you don't miss any future episodes.
Yes, and also don't forget to join our Facebook group because we're actually going to be doing some really great workshops for your marketing 2023 game plan.
Yeah.
And so again, Facebook group, everybody's a MedSpa owner. Everybody's trying to grow. Mm-hmm. And so make sure to click the link, request access so that you can be part of these marketing workshops that we're going to be putting together for you guys. So we'll see you there.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So what is number one what is omnipresent marketing? Let's start from there.
Yeah. So ultimately the idea here, guys, is that, you essentially you have the foundation, right? That was phase 1. And then phase 2 was building your database and then implementing an acquisition funnel referred to as a demand generation funnel, right? But then once somebody has actually purchased, then at the end of the day, you want to stay top of mind with that person and you want them to refer you. You want them to then bring you other patients, but then you also want them to continue to come back and buy some more.
Yeah.
You don't want them to forget about you. And so the way that we do that is by implementing a omnipresent marketing strategy so that they can just see you everywhere and you can stay top of mind. So omnipresent marketing, like a lot of the times, obviously you want to ensure that they're seeing you on, your Facebook, your Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the social channels. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if they Google you, they're going to see you there as well. But we take it a step further by implementing retargeting through banner ads. And so you've probably seen those banner ads before. Like if you go to a website and you're just kind of a news article website or something like that, and then you see those banners like on the sides or on the top of the page, different things like that. And those banners rotate. And essentially what we would have is a banner of your MedSpa.
Yeah, it's like when you go to you're buying something on Target or whatever, and then you go into a blog and then it's right there. Hey, you left this in your cart. And you're like, oh my goodness, I forgot. Sorry, hubby.
Yes, exactly, right? And so at the end of the day, that's really important to stay top of mind, with somebody that is about to make a transaction or who already made a transaction. And so that in itself is super important.
Now, the second part here too, it's, having to do some precision tracking and measurement of your KPIs. Because in order to make sure that you're doing this omnipresent marketing and increasing your lifetime value, you need to understand your numbers. And we've done several episodes on this, exactly what numbers you need to be tracking inside your MedSpa, inside your business, so that you can make more out of what you currently have and know exactly where your leads are getting stuck, but also how to get them out of there. And I think this is going to be huge too. Once you know a little bit more of your numbers, then the next step is okay, what can I do to increase that lifetime value? What do your people appreciate the most? What service has been the most popular? How much are you selling out of that? What is your average sale value per service?
And so the way that we do this for our clients in phase 3 is that we are looking at the entire acquisition funnel, and we're looking at, okay, what are the percentages, in between every single step of that funnel. And so this is kind of measuring those KPIs that Billy talked about. I'll give you an example. It's like maybe our show rate is not as good as it could be. Well, one of the things that we can do now, because we are measuring that, is like, what are ways that we can improve that, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is that a lot of people have no idea what's wrong in their advertising because they're not tracking anything. And so once you've kind of gone through phase 1 and phase 2, phase 3 is all about how can we make this better?
Yeah.
And maybe it's a no-show issue, maybe it's a sales issue, maybe it's an offer issue. And so we look at, every single step of the funnel, and we look at how can we make it better. But in order to do that, precision tracking, and you got to measure your KPIs. You got to ensure that all that is being tracked, and then that way you can make improvements on top of it. Now, once you start doing that, right, I briefly talked about increasing lifetime value. And so there's several ways that you can do that. Ultimately, when somebody buys, you want them to not forget about you and come in and buy some more, right? Or refer other people. So what are some things that you can do to actually engineer that?
So number one would be like a referral program. And so I think we do have an episode on referral programs and how to start structuring something along the lines. But it is huge to ensure that this is part of your customer journey, because I think that is the number one mistake. Like everybody knows that, like, of course I want people to refer me, but are you giving them the opportunity, and are you telling them exactly what is that you want, like / need from them to make this happen?
Yeah, so referral programs are great. Second to that, I would say continue to nurture your database, and we do that through reactivation campaign. And so you can automate a campaign that says, "Hey, it's been 3 months since we last saw you. We'd love to see you again. Here is 5% off a Botox gift card," or something along those lines to ultimately get people to come back, and so that they don't forget about you. Or you can just do a general blast with a promotion that maybe you're doing for that quarter or something along
an event or whatnot. Because you have to remember too that, like, what's going on inside your business, but not everybody else does. Like, not everybody's like glued to their phone or following you on social media or seeing every post you make. So these are great strategies to ensure that your current database know about you.
And doing a plug on some of the other episodes, because this is why building your database is so important, because you're generating leads and you're building your database. Now, maybe they didn't purchase right away, but that's the whole point of nurturing. So, just because somebody said no right now doesn't mean that it's a no 3-6 months down the road. Especially if you're selling these bigger treatments, people need to save up money for some of these treatments, and they're getting ready to make this purchase. They are interested. They're just getting ready. And so making sure that they don't forget about you through the omnipresent marketing, through the referral, through the reactivation campaigns, obviously that's super big. And third to that, kind of that goes along with the reactivation campaigns that are usually done via text. You can do the same thing, but through email marketing.
Yeah, because since text, obviously we want them to be shorter and sweeter, but now email marketing, and I know like newsletters have been a thing for a really long time. However, if you switch a little bit your mentality of how newsletters are supposed to be, and make sure that there is one clear call to action instead of like all of these several ones, it's going to make your advertising inside email a lot easier to follow, because you have to think that people are getting thousands of emails a day with all these different calls to action. So what if you make it simple for them? So that is kind of like the way that you can just, transition it a little bit easier.
Yeah. So email marketing, really great. And then I already talked about this, but I guess just to kind of highlight it again, like this is why building your database and then nurturing that database is super important. And so you want to make sure that you just want to maintain this communication with these people. And then I'll actually do another plug on one of the earlier episodes for this year in regards to building out Facebook groups. You want to have this community and this engagement with people, and then even keeping them inside of a Facebook group is actually really great as well, because it's a way that you can put your offers in front of them. You can ask them questions, right? You can engage with them and get some market feedback, etc. And so that's another great thing that you could ultimately do as well. That'll really supercharge your marketing for 2023.
Yeah. Yeah. So overall, this phase is how to extend what you're currently doing in your marketing and give it that extra step. Just give you yourself and your business a little bit more of your return on your investment. You already have these strategies set up. Now, let's make sure that they just not work, but double work, right?
Yeah,
Like
you add an exponential to your marketing.
Yes, exactly what I meant. So we hope you like these shorter episodes where we give you exactly what we do inside the marketing. If you want to accelerate your results, make sure to check us out. How can we help your MedSpa in 2023 grow exponentially? And so we'll see you in our Facebook group or in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.